Welcome back, Leo. I'm Luna Celestine, and I'm honored to walk beside you on this journey. Today is May 3rd, 2025, and if you're hearing this message, trust that it found you for a reason. The energy surrounding you today is not loud, but it is clear. Something inside you is ready to shift. This is not a day for pushing or proving. It's a day to listen, to lean into that quiet inner voice that's been whispering, "It's time." Time to release what no longer fits. Time to step back into your power, not the kind that demands attention, but the kind that anchors you in truth. Your intuition is sharper than ever today. You may feel small signs, a conversation, a moment of silence, a sudden pull toward a different choice. These are not coincidences. They are guidance. And in today's reading, we're going to explore exactly what this day, May 3rd, is asking you to leave behind and what it's preparing you to walk into. Let's begin. As we step deeper into the energies of May 3rd, 2025, Leo, the stars reveal a powerful moment of transition, not just in circumstance, but in the very architecture of your soul. There's a sense of finality in the air. You may feel it as a quiet release or perhaps a wave of emotion you weren't expecting. A chapter is closing, one that may have drained you, tested your trust, or forced you to face truths you'd rather avoid. But make no mistake, this ending is sacred. It is the soil in which your next evolution will grow. The skies today carry the weight of the tower, not in the form of destruction, but as a cosmic correction. Something in your life is being dismantled, not out of cruelty, but out of clarity. The universe is clearing space where something truer can take root. Old structures, mental, emotional, or even physical, are making way for alignment that actually serves who you're becoming. And in this clearing, your will awakens. Like the focused momentum of the chariot, you're being asked to choose your direction with intention. Not everything can come with you, but what does and what awaits is worthy of your full commitment. This is about reclaiming the driver's seat of your life, even if the road ahead is unfamiliar. In matters of the heart, cosmic forces suggest that someone, either new or long-standing, is mirroring your growth. This isn't just about romance, it's about resonance. Someone whose energy feels familiar in a way that's difficult to explain. It may be the beginning of a soul-deep bond, or the rekindling of something that never truly died. Either way, the stars ask you to meet this connection with truth, not fear. Amidst all this, the star energy flows gently through the background. You are being guided, not with loud signs, but with subtle light. There is hope, there is healing, and most importantly, there is a reason to believe again. Even if you can't see the full vision yet, trust that it's forming. And finally, the energy of grounded opportunity arrives. With Venus and Jupiter forming harmonious angles in earth signs, something tangible is beginning. A door is opening, whether in your work, your finances, or even a practical relationship that offers lasting support. This is not a fleeting blessing, it's a foundation, one you're finally ready to build upon. So, breathe, Leo. This day holds both the end and the beginning. All the universe asks is that you trust the timing and take one honest step forward. In the realm of finances and fortune today, Leo, the cosmos brings a welcome shift, one that feels both long overdue and perfectly timed. With the sun continuing its journey through Taurus, and Jupiter beginning to cast supportive aspects from nearby, the energy around you is rich with potential for grounded, material progress. If recent months have brought financial strain, instability, or even loss, know this, that cycle is completing. You've been tested, not just in how much you can earn or save, but in how deeply you trust yourself to rebuild. Today marks the soft but clear turning point. The sky suggests you're entering a phase where the work you've done behind the scenes, the sacrifices, the lessons, the slow resilience begins to pay off. New opportunities may begin to present themselves in subtle ways. a conversation that leads to a job lead, a message that sparks a collaboration, an internal nudge pushing you to take a risk on something you've quietly envisioned. These aren't accidents. They are aligned openings, doorways the universe is nudging you to walk through, but you must act. With Mars lending momentum and Mercury beginning to stabilize, this is not the time to sit back and wait. Take clear, decisive action. Apply, propose, reach out, speak up. Your financial landscape is no longer about repair, it's about construction. And the tools are already in your hands. There may still be echoes of fear from past setbacks, but don't let them dictate today's choices. What's happening now is different. This isn't chaos, it's reorganization. You're being repositioned for stability, not just survival. Your lucky numbers for today: 8, 22, 35, 46, 57, and 69. Echo the message of steady expansion. These are not numbers of overnight luck, but of sustainable growth, built on intention, clarity, and timing. So Leo, trust your instincts, and more importantly, trust your readiness. The universe is making room for you to prosper. All that's left is for you to say yes. In the domain of career, Leo, today's energies point toward a threshold moment, one that invites you to step into a higher version of your professional self. With the sun illuminating your 10th house of vocation and purpose, and supportive alignments forming with Saturn and Uranus, the cosmos is encouraging a shift in how you define success, and more importantly, how you pursue it. You may find yourself standing at the edge of a new opportunity, one that holds more responsibility, visibility, or even creative freedom than you've previously allowed yourself to imagine. This might arrive through a job offer, a leadership role, or even a personal decision to launch something of your own. The exact form isn't as important as the energy behind it. This is a moment of forward movement, a moment when your professional path is beginning to reflect the growth you've done internally. It's also a time when the echoes of past struggles, instability at work, feeling undervalued, or dealing with difficult power dynamics are starting to fade. Those lessons weren't for nothing. They've sharpened your clarity, humbled your ego, and taught you what environments drain you and which ones allow you to shine. That wisdom is what guides you now. But to move forward, Leo, you must be willing to break with familiarity. Uranus, the planet of liberation, reminds you that success often lies beyond comfort. This might mean updating your resume, having a difficult conversation, or finally saying yes to something you've been postponing out of fear. The stars are not asking for recklessness, but they are asking for courage, the kind that trusts your vision even before others validate it. If you felt stagnant, uninspired, or overworked, today's alignments support a shift in trajectory. Take time to reflect not just on where you are, but where your soul is quietly urging you to go. What have you outgrown? What lights you up when you speak about it? These are not small questions. They are the compass that will guide your next move. The universe is aligning for a period of professional growth that is not only prosperous, but also meaningful. You don't need to have every step figured out yet. Just enough faith to begin walking. So Leo, take the leap. Your career isn't just about what you do, it's about who you're becoming. In the realm of love, Leo, today's cosmic movements stir something deep within your heart, a sense that something or someone is approaching that feels different. The emotional terrain may not be entirely calm, but it is fertile. Venus is gently aligning with Neptune, opening portals to soul-level connections, while the recent tremors in your emotional world begin to make more sense. If you've been nursing old wounds, betrayals, heartbreaks, relationships that left you doubting your worth, today marks a turning point. Not because everything suddenly resolves, but because you are different now. You're no longer looking for someone to fill the void. You're becoming someone who no longer has one. This shift in energy is magnetic. It draws in relationships that meet you at your depth, not just your surface. For some, a new soul may enter your life, quietly, or perhaps through an unexpected encounter. The connection might not be loud, but it will feel true. For others, a current relationship could undergo a necessary reset, one that clears the static and allows both hearts to reconnect in a more honest, vulnerable way. And yes, for a few, someone from the past might resurface, not to repeat the old cycle, but to help you understand why it had to end the way it did. Change, especially in matters of the heart, can feel unsettling. The emotional ground beneath you may not feel stable yet, but that's not a warning. It's a preparation. You are being gently urged to take ownership of your heart's journey, not to wait for others to decide for you, not to get swept away by fantasy or fear, but to choose clearly and calmly what kind of love you are ready to experience now. Let today be a mirror. What are you calling in, and what within you still resists it? Are you open, or are you guarded? Are you being honest with yourself about what you need, or are you bending to please someone else? Leo, the stars are not promising ease, but they are offering truth, and with that truth comes a kind of love that doesn't just feel good, it heals. The kind of love that walks with you, not ahead of or behind. The kind that you recognize as home, not because it's perfect, but because it meets you in your wholeness. Today, Leo, your physical and emotional well-being are coming into sharper focus, not because of crisis, but because your body and spirit are quietly calling for your attention. The planetary energy surrounding you, especially with the moon forming soft aspects to healing planets like Neptune and Chiron, signals a moment of restoration. This isn't a sprint toward perfection. It's a gentle invitation back to balance. If you've been feeling drained, sluggish, or emotionally heavy, know that this is not weakness. It's your body's way of communicating unmet needs. You are entering a phase of natural healing, one where your inner systems, physical, emotional, even energetic, begin to recalibrate. But like any true healing, this requires your conscious participation. It's time to release the habits that no longer serve you, whether they are dietary, mental, or even relational. Old routines, especially those rooted in convenience rather than care, are ready to be replaced. You may notice that certain foods, activities, or environments no longer fit the way they used to. That's a sign your system is evolving. Let it. Prioritize nourishment over numbing, movement over stagnation, rest over overstimulation. These aren't essential steps in your healing, but perhaps most importantly, your mindset is the foundation of your health right now. What you believe about your ability to feel well, strong, and whole will shape how your body responds. The determination you've shown in other areas of life is now needed here. Small, consistent choices rooted in self-respect will yield far more than drastic attempts to fix yourself. And don't forget the emotional layer, Leo. Repressed tension, grief, or unspoken resentment can manifest physically if left unacknowledged. Today offers you a chance to pause and check in. Where am I holding emotion in my body? What needs to be expressed, not for reaction, but for release? You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle today, but you do need to begin. Start with one thing that honors your well-being: a walk, a moment of silence, a stretch, a nourishing meal. These small acts, done consistently, are what rebuild the temple that is your body. Healing is not just about doing more. Sometimes it's about doing less, but with more presence. Trust your body. Trust your process. You are not broken. You are returning. In the sphere of family and home, Leo, the energy of May 3rd speaks of quiet shifts that ripple beneath the surface. Shifts that have the power to transform your sense of belonging and emotional stability. With the moon moving through the later degrees of a grounded earth sign and forming subtle connections to Saturn, the theme today is rebuilding. not from chaos, but from intention. You may begin to notice changes in your living space, family dynamics, or even the roles people play within your household. These shifts may seem small at first, a conversation, a gesture, a subtle softening where there once was tension, but don't underestimate their significance. The cosmos is creating room for healing, for reconnection, and for more sustainable emotional foundations to emerge within your home life. If the past has brought misunderstandings or unspoken resentment between you and loved ones, this is an opportunity to shift the energy. The timing is right for forgiveness, not necessarily forgetting, but releasing what no longer needs to be carried. You may feel the pull to initiate a conversation, to check in with someone who's been distant, or to simply hold space without judgment. Don't wait for others to change. Lead with grace. Be the one who sets the tone. For some, changes may manifest more tangibly, a possible move, renovation, or restructuring of living arrangements. Whether welcomed or unexpected, these adjustments hold the potential to bring greater harmony and alignment with the life you're trying to build. Trust that any disruption is a setup for deeper grounding. At the heart of today's message is this: home is not just a place, it's an energy you cultivate. And you, Leo, are being called to take an active role in shaping that energy, not through control, but through presence. How you speak, how you show up, how you respond. These choices are powerful tools for transformation within your family field. If you felt emotionally distant or misaligned with those closest to you, know that reconnection is possible. But it may begin with a softening inside you, a willingness to see others as they are now, not just as who they were when wounds were made. This is your moment to steer your family life toward greater peace, protection, and authenticity. Create the space you wish to come home to, energetically, emotionally, and spiritually. The stars are supporting you in building a new kind of harmony, one rooted in truth and held together by love. When it comes to energetic harmony and personal connections today, Leo, the stars offer a nuanced and insightful backdrop. Your vibrancy and inner fire are magnetic, but the quality of your interactions today depends not just on attraction, but on alignment. You may find yourself especially in tune with the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Their emotional depth and intuitive presence can offer you something grounding and nurturing, especially as you navigate inner shifts of your own. These signs remind you to soften, to feel, and to listen not just with the mind, but with the heart. Encounters with them today could be surprisingly healing or offer the kind of soulful resonance that doesn't need many words. There's also quiet support from the earth signs, Virgo and Capricorn in particular. These signs may not match your passion in intensity, but they bring stability where you may be seeking structure. Conversations or collaborations with them can help anchor your ideas into something tangible. They offer practicality where you bring vision, and together, that balance could move mountains. However, when interacting with fellow fire signs, Aries and Sagittarius, be mindful of intensity overload. While the chemistry can be undeniable, there's also potential for friction if ego or urgency gets in the way. The key here is cooperation over competition. Let shared passion be a point of connection, not collision. To enhance your field of magnetism today, surround yourself with or wear golden yellow, a color that mirrors the sun's radiance and echoes your inner truth. This tone is not only auspicious, it reminds you of your innate ability to attract success, confidence, and respect when you are fully standing in your light. And finally, as you move through the choices, interactions, and possibilities this day holds, return to this simple but powerful affirmation. Embrace the changes coming your way, for they are the key to your growth and success. Say it aloud, whisper it in moments of doubt. Let it guide your steps, because the shifts happening now aren't detours, they're the beginning of the life you've been preparing for.